Last night, as I was driving home from a friend's house, I was pulled over by a police officer and given a ticket. As I was sitting there, alone in my car, watching the officer walk back towards me with the ticket in hand, I wondered to myself, what are police? When did the world see its first police force? Where did the term even come from? As I sat down with my evening pie upon returning home, I knew what I had to do. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this 3-part series because we're about to find out exactly how police came to be. Oh, and real quick, I'm doing a survey, so if you consider yourself to be cool, then click the subscribe button so I can count you in on the results. Okay, cool, thanks. Run the intro. You're watching History and Beyond. This video is part of a 3-part series. Make sure to watch them in order, or it won't have the same effect and the content won't make any sense! Please enjoy. Let's start in the year 3000 BC and go back to the Old Kingdom of ancient Egypt. The Egyptian Empire at this time had a sort of policing system and was divided up into 42 administrative jurisdictions. The pharaoh appointed an official for each of them who was responsible for justice and security. His assistant, known as a Sab-Hari-Siker, or chief of the hitters, would probably be the closest example to an ancient form of a chief of police. At least at this scale. These hitters were trained guards armed with a wooden staff, and they kept order in public places such as markets, temples, and parks. This early police force would actually use trained dogs and monkeys to apprehend criminals. A relief from a 5th Dynasty tomb depicts a police officer apprehending a thief in the marketplace with one of these monkeys. Now that is cool. In ancient Greece, the slaves were the police. Let me explain that a bit. In the city-states of Greece, policing duties were assigned to magistrates. Magistrates were divided up into 4 groups, each with different responsibilities. One took care of municipal upkeep and cleanliness, one kept order in the marketplace, one made sure measuring standards were being followed, and one dealt with courts, prisons, and criminal justice. In order to perform their duties, these magistrates relied heavily on the military. The problem with this is the fact that the military viewed itself as responsible for the security of the exterior of the state, since it is, well, the military. Therefore, they relied on 300 lightly armored Scythian slaves that were purchased by the city after the Greco-Polynesian Wars. Their duty was mostly maintaining peace and order in public places and during public gatherings. That's right, the slaves kept people in order. They rarely, however, assisted the magistrates in carrying out actual criminal justice duties. Let's fast forward to ancient Rome. I know what you're thinking. The all-efficient Romans must have had a strong, established police force from early on, right? Wrong. Before the reign of Emperor Augustus, Roman government was reluctant to engage in not only the detection and prevention of criminal matters, but the prosecution as well. This was considered to be a civil matter and to be handled by the citizens themselves. Anyway, in 7 BC, Emperor Augustus divided the city of Rome into wards, each divided up into vici, or precincts. Each of these precincts were overseen by officials who were responsible for fire protection as well as other administrative duties. In AD 6, after a particularly bad fire, Augustus expanded the city's fire brigade into a corps of vigiles, who served as both firefighters and watchmen. He divided them up into 7 cohorts of about 1,000 men each. These men were responsible for putting out fires and, especially at night, police protection. The population of Rome was almost at 1 million people, so you can probably imagine things got pretty violent. In an effort to impose order in the city, Augustus created an additional 3 cohorts of police which were sourced from the Roman military. If assistance was needed, these cohorts could even call upon the emperor's own Praetorian Guard. Well folks, that's enough for part 1. Make sure you stay tuned for part 2, and I mean it! Seriously, why haven't you clicked it yet? I'm waiting! Just click the link, goddammit!